Well, I am here with Steve Schreiner from Schreiner's Iris Gardens. And Steve, normally when we're here, we're out in those fields. They're filled with blooms. It's so beautiful. But today, they're not really filled with blooms. And yet, here's a whole bunch of blooms because we're going to be talking about reblooming irises.
That's right, William. Thank you very much for coming. Yes, we do have, starting in July, a number of varieties that are rebloomers. And this reblooming phase carries on well into autumn.
Now, there's really nothing, there's nothing special in the sense of what a gardener can do to make varieties rebloom. There's specific varieties that do rebloom, though.
Actually,
so if you don't have those, they're not going to rebloom.
That's true. If you don't have the varieties that are reblooming, they're not going to rebloom. But the ones that do rebloom, you can help them perform better by cleaning, trimming the leaves and so forth, cutting the bloom stalk, after they bloom, fertilizing and watering them again after they bloom, and watering them about once a month, as well as planting them in full sun. That'll help them rebloom.
So really, and there's several varieties. It's not just 2 or 3 that do rebloom. So to give them an idea of some actual ones that are really blooming in your fields right now, let's just start over here and talk about some of them.
Okay, there are some varieties, and we can tell you more about which ones those are that are outstanding rebloomers, because keep in mind you're only going to be buying one, so you want a variety that has a high percentage of reblooming in your geographical area, because that makes a difference. This is Total Recall. And this one right here is Stellar Lights. These are high-performing rebloomers for us, so that means in this geographical area. And you have a couple more too,
well,
don't you?
and while I'm pulling these out, Steve, by high rebloomers, you mean that 30% more of the time or more, they actually are going to be reblooming
right,
each
like
year.
Total Recall here, right now it's reblooming. Every one of them out in the field is reblooming. It looks just like May.
Well, this one is Mother Earth. This one is Cantina.
Right.
And you know, one of my favorite, well, I say this all the time, but it is one of my favorite fragrances in spring is irises. And now with rebloomers, you can have them this late in the year too, because we're, middle of August here.
That's right. You can have your fragrance and sniff it too.
That's
right.
Very true. Now, I would assume then that once these have done their reblooming, the preparation that you would take for all irises is the same going into winter, though.
That's right.
What are some of those tips?
That's right. The preparations you would make is, of course, once they're reblooming for the final time, cut the bloom stalk off, and then as fall approaches, the end of September, to remove the dead leaves, trim the leaves down. They're going to die off anyway, but a clean garden is a healthy garden, and that's pretty much all you need to do, unless it's that every 3 or 4 years when they're getting so crowded you need to dig them up, divide them, space them out again.
Which, really, we should be doing to all of our irises anyway, about every 4 years when they're really tight. So
that's right. And when
there's nothing special to do to these to get them to rebloom then, just maintenance of the plant.
Well, that's true. But the fertilizing and watering, again, after they bloom. And also, I think I forgot to tell you, dig them up and divide them every 1 to 2 years with rebloomers, not every 3 to 4 years. That'll help. The less crowded they are, the better performing they are. Yeah.
Well, they're absolutely beautiful. Now, there is several varieties that you can choose from that'll make this happen. You can go to gardentime.tv. We'll click you over to the website. Certainly, if you live in the Northwest, these varieties here, they know are going to rebloom about 30% of the time. But if you live elsewhere in the U.S., give Shriners a call and talk to them, and their expert people here will certainly give you the best advice possible. Thank you so much, Steve.
Thank you so much, William. It's always great to see you.
You
Thank
too.
you very much.